My name is John Agwunobi. I'm the Chief Health and Nutrition Officer for Your Herbalife. And it's quite an honor for me to be here today with you, live, with all of the leadership for NAM. It's actually quite a privilege as well. I'm going to be speaking to you from the heart today. It's going to come from inside. You'll forgive me if I'm not scripted. We decided that it was time for me to just be me and for you to hear what's inside of me. My pride in the company, our pride in what we do and what you do every single day. Before we begin, I thought I would spend a little bit of time introducing myself. So, I'm a pediatrician, and I've been with the company now for 2 years, almost 2 years. Over the course of that time, I've learned so much from you and your colleagues, from other staff around me, and just by being a part of this family, I've come to kind of be impacted by it in very real ways. Before joining the company, I had the privilege of being a pediatrician and working with mothers and their babies. And for a while there, I was working in public health, serving populations and communities, first at the state level and then at the federal level. You know, over the years, I've been privileged to serve as an advisor to governors, to mayors, even to presidents. But even though I was responsible for advising others on how to make their babies or their populations healthy, even though at one point I was sitting on the World Health Organization's board, advising the World Health Organization on how to make the world healthier, even though I had those opportunities, I struggled with my own health. The truth of the matter is my weight was going up and down. I couldn't get a handle on it. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's just not easy. My cholesterol level was higher than it should be. My blood pressure was higher than it should be. I was struggling. And I would start out on a plan and a diet plan, and then I'd fail and I'd lose confidence and I'd just revert back to my lack of active lifestyle, my lack of healthy eating. I knew what needed to happen. I knew all the science. I just didn't have the right infrastructure, the right motivation, the right tools. And then I joined Herbalife. And since I've joined Herbalife, during that first year, I lost close to 29 pounds. I put on muscle. I started living a much more healthy, active lifestyle, eating better, exercising more, and it changed me. It's the first time I've ever worked in a company where it didn't just impact my brain and my heart, it impacted me physically. My wife, Jennifer, a beautiful lady, she comments on the fact that I look different since I joined Herbalife. So then the question is, why wasn't I able to take control of my personal health before I joined Herbalife? But now that I'm here, why? I'll tell you a story that I think answers the why. So I was at an extravaganza last year in Europe, Prague. And you know how right before the main stage, the main day, there's usually a dinner for leadership? Well, I was invited to join, and I'm sitting at one of the round tables, sitting next to, I think he was a press team from Israel, Ben. And I started talking to Ben. And I said, Ben, tell me your Herbalife story. And it was interesting. His Herbalife story, he talks about how he tried 5 times, to build a successful business. He mentioned the fact that his younger brother was an accomplished, as I recall, a violin player who played violin on the national orchestra. And his father was so proud of his older brother, and his father was so disappointed in him. 5 times he tried to build a business, and 5 times those businesses failed. And then, like all of your stories, at some point he was introduced to Herbalife. And it was the first time he had a successful business. And his father was so, so proud of him. So Ben's telling me this story, and I asked him, I said, Ben, why did it work for you? Why, after 5 failures, did all of a sudden, on your 6th time, why is it that you were successful? And his answer was striking. He thought for a moment, and he said, you know, that 6th time was the first time I wasn't alone. It was the first time I was on that journey and people were standing there with me. People were walking with me. People were teaching. People were sharing. I wasn't alone. So taking the message from that story and now applying it back to my own personal journey, the reason I was successful in losing weight and living a healthier life and being healthier than I've ever been before when I joined Herbalife was because it was the first time I was going down that journey surrounded by others who were on the same path as me, surrounded by people who had been there, done that, so to speak, people that knew what I was going to be encountering and could advise me. I remember speaking to Heather in Santa Monica. She runs a nutrition club out there, and she was advising me on how to make a shake. And I watched her in the club making a shake. And I watched others kind of in their before and after pictures and talking to them, and I was inspired. All of that to say, I believe strongly in my heart that the real magic at Herbalife is the distributor and what you bring, the distributor value, what you bring to the customer every single day. I've seen it. I've been inspired by it. I've been changed by it. So that's my story. That's who I am. I'm now a proud member of the health and nutrition team. And one of my main roles, one of my core functions, is to help gather science, information on our products, information on what it takes to deliver results, make that simple, make that accessible, and make that available to you so you can pass it down through your downlines and into your customer base. And I'm committed to making sure that happens. Let's talk a little bit about the company, what I've learned. You know, Mark Hughes, when he founded this company so many years ago, it's quite clear to me, you know, having studied the way I have, that he was a visionary. You all recognize that he started the company before there was an obesity epidemic. He started the company before science really understood the power of protein. He started the company at a time in our past where science was kind of vague on the impact of good nutrition and exercise on health and on wellness. He was a visionary. That's clear to me. And what I am most proud of is that it's clear that he started the company on a journey that's allowed it to grow and improve with time. You know, I was looking at a picture of him the other day. You know, the one with his hand up to his eyes, and he's looking out into the future. And it's obvious that he could see further than almost everybody else at that time. I love his button. You know, the button that says, "Lose weight now, ask me how." Because it really speaks to where we are today, right? It says, we're not really in the business of selling product. I know that's what we do. But the nuance there is it says, we don't really sell product, we sell results. What causes customers to come to us every day and to stay is results. Lose weight now, ask me how. You know, those results, they're achieved through science. They're achieved by bringing the very best of science through product and support and putting it and wrapping around the customer. You know, the obesity epidemic is just crazy. I mean, you all recognize this. It's ravaging the world. Almost 40% of adults living in the U.S. today, almost 40% of them are either obese or overweight. The stat that really scares me is the 17% of our children. I have 3 kids, by the way, Rachel, Abigail, and Seth. The 17% of our children who are obese today, that is a scary statistic. It doesn't bode well for the future, but it does shout and scream why we are so important and why our work is so important. It reminds me that my work supporting you, the distributor, our team's work supporting you is critical. You are the front line in what has become one of the world's worst epidemics. Science is the key. In everything that we do, whether it's in our education or in our product development or in the support services that we provide our customers, it's founded in science. That started way back then and has become more and more prevalent as the company has evolved over time. I am really proud to be a part of this. Where we are headed is so exciting. Our ability to support you gets stronger with time. You know, as much as the challenges are great, we have what it takes to have an impact in the US, in NAM, around the world. Let's talk a little bit about product. When I started on my own personal weight loss journey, I started off with F1. Favorite flavor? Chocolate. I'm kind of boring in that way, but it's delicious. I mean, you can't argue with that. It's delicious. What I love about F1, I love how it's formulated. I love the fact that our 300 plus scientists around the world, 36 PhDs, I love the fact that over the years, since Mark first developed this product, we have constantly kept an eye on science, constantly built improvements in the products whenever we saw science giving us more data, giving us more information. And now we have one of the world's very best meal replacements. Now I know you know as much about this product as I do. I recognize that in your hands, this has become an amazing tool for the delivery of results. But in case you ever doubted it, I've seen where it's made. I've seen the manufacturing facilities, the care that is taken in making the product from a quality perspective. I've seen the care that is taken in selecting the ingredients that go into this product. This is not your average product. This may seem to you, because you use it every day, we all do, to be something that isn't particularly special. But it is. This is something that I am extremely proud of. The quality and the care that goes into making F1. Now I'm highlighting that in this product because I want you to be assured that that same care goes into every product that we make. Speaking of which, way to go on this launch. Minis F1, different flavors that allow the customer to kind of mix and match, to trial the different flavors, and just in time for the holidays, to really get a sense of what we stand for. Flavor is who we are. I mean, in the end, our customers love our shakes, not just because they work, but because they taste delicious. Personally, I'm an H24 Rebuild Strength guy. Go to the gym every day. I love the fact that this was formulated for performance. I love the fact that the care was taken to make sure that this particular product is the very best in the space. It has all the quality of all of the other products in our line. It's also NSF, so tested for banned substances. So if you're an athlete, this is the product you want to be on. But, you know, in the end, it also retains that quality of Unlike most protein powders in the world, this one tastes delicious. So it's what I use every day. Here was another great launch. I was here last year when it was launched, I think in, as I recall, Atlanta, perhaps in Long Beach, at the extravaganzas. Skin Collagen Beauty Booster. There's not a lot of science in the world related to skin and skin wrinkling, but some of the science is right here in this product. And what it says is that this Verisol collagen, the proprietary product in Skin Beauty Booster, it works. I've seen the papers, I've read them. Reputable scientists who've done a lot of work to show that this does impact the way your skin looks. Wrinkles, firmness, elasticity, it works. But once again, it retains that core property that comes from Herbalife, and it also tastes delicious. As I age, this is one I'm going to be using too. Another recent launch, talk about science. Simply Probiotic. This is a particular strain of beneficial bacteria prepared in a way that allows you to carry this with you everywhere you go. Doesn't need to be refrigerated. It allows you to use it on hot food, on cold food, in hot beverages, in cold beverages. It mixes beautifully in shakes and in tea and in aloe. It's a fantastic product. It's a probiotic that gives you gut health. It's a probiotic that in the end, people are going to want to be on. I use it every day. Last one, I promise. If I'm tempted, I might jump in talking about delicious. What an amazing launch. Protein bites. So this is basically those protein bars that we used to have and we still have on the market, like the deluxe lemon bar, made into smaller sizes so that each mini bar is 4 grams of protein. By the way, a serving size is 2. You can't stop at 1. 8 grams. What I love about it is it's launching right before Halloween. High protein, fantastic tastes. I think this one has 3 or 4, actually 4 different flavors. My favorite, in case anyone asks, is the dark chocolate orange. I love the innovation at play here. This is us saying to the world, we recognize that tastes change. We recognize that we have to keep our product line fresh and exciting. Fresh and exciting with 4 grams of protein per bar, 8 grams per serving. Now, I could go down the entire list, but I want to move on to some other exciting things that are happening. You know, in training and in education, we have more than 80 trainers around the world, more than 80 trainers dedicated to providing you with the information that you need to conduct your business, to feel confident, to have the answers to questions that you might be asked, and once again, to help your customers achieve their results. These trainers come from many different backgrounds, but they're all handpicked and selected to provide the information that you need. Some of them are fitness trainers. Some of them are dietitians. Some of them are beauty experts. Some of them are doctors, MDs and PhDs. Our Nutrition Advisory Board, which is where we have most of our doctors and then PhDs, our trainers, they go and they travel the world visiting with you, their job being quite simple. Make sure our distributors have the information that they need on product, on ingredients, on science, and on delivering results. Make sure that they have the information that they need when they need it and in a way that they can use. Now, I'm very proud of, over the years, the fact that we can bring in trainers, get them up to speed, and have them service and deliver what you expect in a timely fashion. And many of them go on to be amazing, amazing trainers. On occasion, we lose 1 or 2, but you know what? We keep pushing forward because the team is strong. I mentioned we have 300 scientists, of which 36 are PhDs. They too participate in building our philosophy. We call it the global nutrition philosophy. They participate in helping us scan the world of science and help us then summarize it so that we can provide it to you. You know, speaking of the global nutrition philosophy, so right now we're going through a process where we have key scientists in our group and doctors and other members of the team heading up a deep review of current science in the world from every aspect. Our goal being to renovate and renew the global nutrition philosophy. I'll give you an example. We expect to have a series of chapters. The macronutrient chapter will deal with things like protein and carbohydrates and fats. The micronutrient chapter will deal with things like vitamins and minerals. There'll be a hydration chapter that really deep dives on the importance of hydration and different ways to achieve it. There'll be a chapter on fitness and physical activity, a chapter on ingredients, a chapter on food. There'll be the opportunity to really go deep in the science under each of these chapters and then offer you tools and offer you insights that you can use with your customers and in your pursuit of customer results. In macronutrients, for example, we'll take a look at protein, which we have a very clear recommendation on what protein needs to be in the diets and in the lives of our customers and our distributors. But we've never really gone to the next level, which said, we've looked at the daily amounts. We've looked at the daily totals. In this 2.0 version of our GMP, we're going to go deeper. We're going to say, what does that mean from the standpoint of each meal, of each snack, each ingestion period? It'll give you the opportunity to not just make daily recommendations, but perhaps even make meal-by-meal recommendations. We believe there's an opportunity to sell more protein because it's going to help make more people healthier and help more people achieve their results. So that's just one example. We're really excited by the global nutrition philosophy. The whole effort that's going to go behind this is going to actually end up in us changing a lot of our training tools so that on stage the decks will look different, they'll be fresher, there'll be more insights, there'll be more interesting topics to hit on and to provide training on. We're working on a number of other things that I think you're going to be excited about. The 90-day curriculum is an interesting one. Jonathan Liss, who heads up sales around the world, he's been a great leader in helping us understand the importance of making sure that every distributor, whether they're old and experienced, I don't mean that in an age way, you know that, whether they're experienced or whether they're new, brand new to the company, brand new to the distributor world, how do we provide them with enough information that's relevant in a short period of time? So if I just become a distributor, if I just sign up, what are the essentials that I need to know? So we've been working on that 90 days, that initial 90 days in a distributor's journey. And it caused us to stop and think, did we really customize our training to the experienced individual and then have a more customized version for the inexperienced distributor, or have we just done one size fits all? As we go forward, we're going to have a curriculum for the new group. When you're inexperienced and you've just joined the company, we're going to provide you in an easy-to-use format, a video format that you can use on your phone or online. We're going to give you a sequential series of trainings that allow you the opportunity, if you just follow them through, to end that series really confident that you can impact the results of your first customer, your second customer, your third customer. Now, you'll get that training, hopefully, in collaboration and down through your upline, but we want to give you the opportunity to kind of pace yourself with videos. So we're going to have this 90-day, one video per day over the course of 90 days. It was being led by our nutrition science group, and we're going to continue to drive it now. It's come a fair ways down the production process. Now we're into the process of actually writing scripts in preparation for preparing videos. I know that's a little too much detail. Just to say, it's coming. It's not far away. You're going to be totally psyched by it. It's really exciting stuff. I'm actually even more excited by a guidebook that's about to be published. It's already been drafted. They're working through the editorial phases of that now. That's going to be called the Lose Weight Now Ask Me How guide. It's basically the answer to Ask Me How. How do you, as a new distributor, help your first customer in easy steps? How do you help your first customer lose weight, if that's what they ask for? And it'll walk down through the step 1, step 2, step 3. I'm really interested and kind of excited by it because although it's founded in science, it's going to be written for the person who's really just starting out on this journey. And if you follow those guidebooks, because it's the best science in weight loss that we could find, you're going to impact the weight of your customers. It's going to give you confidence, it's going to give your customers confidence, and it's coming. It's coming soon. You know, there's more. I'd be remiss if I didn't explain how excited I am by the work that's being done by Susan Bowerman and by Samantha Clayton. They both report into our group, into the training group. It's not just the doctors. They're doing great work in the space of fitness and physical activity, meal plans, meal builders, shake recipes under Susan. It's exciting stuff. And, you know, rather than trying to explain it all, why don't I run a quick video on Samantha now, and then I'll come back and I'll run one on Susan. So if you would, we're going to go to a video from Samantha Clayton. It's a promo on a new portal that she's about to launch to support you.
I'm Samantha Clayton, and welcome to Herbalife Fitness, a one-stop shop for all your exercise needs. As you navigate your way through the site, you'll see that we have exercises for beginners, intermediate, and advanced level exercises. You can find exercises for upper body, lower body, or total body, and I'm excited to announce that we've been working with industry experts so that you can find activities in yoga and Pilates, new mom fitness, functional training, dance, you name it, we have it on our site right here for you. Our purpose at Herbalife is to help make you healthier and happier, and so you can get all of your active needs right here. So have fun navigating the site here at Herbalife Nutrition Fitness.
That was pretty exciting. Wasn't that exciting? You know, this is a portal that's going to be translated into multiple languages. But more important than that even, it's going to allow you to personalize your fitness recommendations for your customers. You can either send your customers to the site so they can work on specific programs or specific body parts or total fitness. But it also is going to have a section that allows you to kind of become a train the trainer, where you can go there and get tips on how to build fitness into your own DMOs or into your own downlines. Your choice. I also like the fact that there'll be live events posted to the site in the future that allow you to then gather your people and your customers and follow along as live events are being hosted on the portal. It's turning fitness into a real tool for you. At least that's our goal. Give us your feedback. We also have an opportunity to improve it with time. Now, I mentioned Susan. Susan Bowerman is our lead dietitian. And she's done some amazing work over the last few years, but there's so much more to come. Let's see what Susan has to say. Let's turn to Susan Bowerman's video.
Hi everyone. I just got back from an exciting LDW in Montreal, and I'm currently in Chicago for the annual Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics meeting with several colleagues from around the world. This is the biggest annual meeting for the dietetic community, and it's exciting to see the respect for Herbalife grow among dietitians year after year. There are a couple of other very exciting things I want to tell you about. Next week, on October 30th at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I'll be doing my very first Facebook Live cooking show. I'll be joined in the studio by one of our very own distributors, and we'll be talking about the importance of protein and how to meet protein needs with balanced meals and snacks. For the cooking demo, we'll be making one of my newest recipes, protein snack balls made with Rebuild Strength. You don't want to miss this, but if you can't catch it live, it'll stay on our Facebook page and you can view it later. I'm very excited to be doing this show because it's just the first in a regular cooking series that we'll be producing next year. Another project that will be coming to life next year is a new nutrition portal, which will be a one-stop shop for nutrition content. This mini site will house a lot of brand new content, including all of the new meal plan tools that can be used to help customers find their personal meal plan and also to plan their daily menus. The site will also house hundreds of Formula One shake recipes and lots of other recipes that use our products, and will feature a shake of the week. It will also be the place where you can find healthy food recipes to complement the meal plans, videos and articles on a variety of nutrition-related topics, and daily nutrition tips. In time, we also plan to build some fun, interactive tools, such as a feature that will allow users to drag and drop Formula One shake recipes and food recipes into a weekly meal planner. The portal is scheduled for a soft launch during the first quarter of 2018, but it's just the start of something really big. I have never been so excited about the work that the health and nutrition team is doing, and I know the rest of the team feels the same way. We've had an amazing year together, bringing our mission and vision to life, and next year promises to be even better. Back to you, Dr. A.
Wow. So what can I say? I mean, clearly, Susan has big plans to support you, bigger than we've ever supported you in the past. It's clear to me that we have the team kind of hitting on all cylinders right now, and that they get it. They understand that the magic of our company is our distributors and the distributor value that you bring every day to our customers. Now, we talked about the obesity epidemic. We mentioned it earlier. It's everywhere. And it's quite clear to me that for us to really make a dent, we have to have more distributors, passionate, educated in what they're doing, trained by their uplines, conversant in their DMOs. We need to get this army as strong as it can possibly be if we want to take on that larger challenge. We need products, and clearly we have some, but we're going to need more. Rich Goodis, our CEO, he's pushing us to deliver more high-quality products for you. Rich, the CEO, he's really getting us to focus on where we can have the most impact. As a team, the education and training team recognizes that we have to step up our game, and we will. You could see that from the videos. You can see that from everything we have planned. There's more to come. But he's also focused, Rich Goodis, on making sure we understand not just the what, but the why. He's quite clear that when people understand the why, they bring even more than when it's just a playbook. This notion of purpose, it's not just something we're using to speak to the outside world. It's something we're using to drive performance, efficiency, passion within the group, getting people to realize that we work for our distributors and our job is to support them and help them win, but getting them to understand the why. We're here to make the world healthier and happier. It's simple. Maybe just because it's two words, people don't really understand its power. It's designed to get each of us every day when we wake up to recognize that we're a part of something bigger. That our work, no matter how small or mundane or boring in some cases that it might feel, that it actually is impacting the world in a powerful way, in a real powerful way. We are about the business of making people healthier and happier. You are. This whole organization, when Mark first started it out down this journey, is an organization that was built to deliver on that purpose. And the fact that we're just articulating it in those words doesn't mean it's new. We've always been in this space. But it does mean that it's simpler, it's easier to talk about, it's easier to get our arms around. And I can tell you, here in Los Angeles, it is impacting the way we go to work every day. Our purpose, to make the world healthier and happier. So I'll close in a second by saying thank you. Thank you for what you do every day. By the way, you deliver results for your customers, but you also help inspire the larger company with your innovation, with your ideas, with your feedback, sometimes with your pushback. you help make the company better every single day. There are innovations and ideas in the field under your leadership that our competitors wish they could have access to. And you provide that. You help build the company. You help grow us. Even on the product level, a lot of the ideas that are in our products came from you. For me personally, and this goes back to where I started today's conversation, you inspire me, right? I mean, your struggle as an entrepreneur, it's never easy. The people that you bring into the business and that you teach and that you train, it's hard, it's tough. I find that inspirational. The notion that I and the team were in the business of supporting entrepreneurs that are struggling every day to build their businesses and impact the lives of their customers, that's inspiring for me. So on behalf of the entire training and education team, let me just say thank you. Thank you for letting us all be a part of your lives, a part of your work, a part of your purpose. And I commit to having myself personally, but on behalf of the whole team, I commit to being there to support you, to listening, and to delivering. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.